Let's start out with the beginning of that week, when or a couple of weeks prior to that, when you realized that the American Hockey League can choose really anybody else to go to this game. It doesn't have to be somebody from the Toronto Marlies, and they decide, you know what, we're going to stick with the Marlies. We're going to, ask Justin Holl to see if he'll come to the game. What are your thoughts at that point?
Yeah, no, it was really exciting. Obviously, it's a great thing, great honor to be selected by the league, and that's what you're working towards, to be one of the best players wherever you're playing. So that's really exciting for me, and I thought it was just a really good opportunity to go and showcase myself and showcase the Marlies and the kind of talent we have.
Well, you get a run like you had last week. You get the All-Star game. You have your birthday in the process, and you get a chance to jump into the NHL. What's the first thing that happens when they call you? Who's your next call?
My parents was one of the first ones, also my girlfriend. So I was trying to get a hold of them and make sure that they were ready to go. It was funny, my birthday is actually my anniversary with my girlfriend as well, so we were all ready to go to Hibachi that night to celebrate, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I got to put it on hold. We got a more pressing concern, I guess. But she was happy about it, obviously, and she got to come to the game, which was great, and then my dad got to come on the dad's trip. So it was a crazy week, and it was a lot of fun.
The first goal. What happens, and then what happens in your mind in that 10 seconds, 15 seconds that follow?
Yeah, so it was a really nice outlet play by Matthews. He ended up whipping the puck to me on the far side of the rink, and I'm in that position a pretty good amount with the Marlies, so it's kind of muscle memory at that point. You go in and you take a look, and it seemed like I kind of had a step on the defenseman, so I was like, all right, I'll just take him wide. And then I had gotten in close enough where I felt like the goalie should have gone down by now, but he didn't, so I just decided to whip it 5-hole and ended up going in. And at the moment you're kind of shocked and surprised. I think my celebration was kind of like, I don't know, more casual than usual, but it's just because I'm surprised, honestly. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And then, it takes a while to sink in. I still don't think it's ever going to really sink in, but it was a really exciting moment.
Well, you drop around there, and it looks like, quite honestly, it looks like you scored that goal with the Marlies many times, and I just think to myself, you came around there, it just felt like, well, this is what happens. As odd as that sounds. Now, a couple of games later, circumstances, the business of the game takes over, and you end up back here with the Marlies. After scoring a couple of goals, what is going through your mind as a hockey player, and then also as a guy who at your age understands the business of it probably more than most?
Yeah, well, obviously as a competitor you want to play at the highest level and you want to prove yourself there and be able to stick. That being said, the only reason I got called up is an emergency call-up because 2 guys were sick. 1 guy was on the IR with a different injury, so I knew I was going to come back. There's just no way I'm not going to, and I see the guys coming back, and I know the business aspect of it, and that's just part of the deal. So you come back here and you just try to control what you can, and you just keep moving forward and keep working, and we'll see what the future has in store.